everybody, it's Rachel. In this video, I am going to show you the differences between weld, attach, and group. So the first thing that we need to do is to click on New Project. Once you click on New Project, you will be in Design Space when you're ready to start drawing. The first thing that we need to do is find an image that will work with today's lesson. So on the far left side, I will click on Images. And then I'm going to select an image. So I think I'll select these three pretty butterflies. Now, if you don't have these butterflies, anything that has separate images, like for example, you'll see these stars, that will work. These flowers will work. The lips won't. This won't, even though it's so super cute. Even this will work as well. Design Space now makes you click on the image again to close it out. If you'd like to know and want to use this exact same image, I will tell you the image number. If you go over here on the right side of your panel and you click on that little arrow, and all you have to do is select one of the elements. So I'm going to click on this first one, left clicking, right click on that same one, and then all the way at the bottom, you will see image info. And I just move my mouse over, scroll down so I can see the full image number. And so then what you can do, here's a little bonus tip for you. If you click on it, it will get you to the location of where to select it. And if you click on it again, it will give you other images that are similar to the one that you selected. Now, I'm also going to show you how you can type in this number. So if you go into, I'm going to close out of images so we can back all the way out. And so if you're trying to navigate to find this butterfly, all you have to do is select the button right here, the image button. And then where the search bar is, you're going to click into it. And then you're going to type in the pound symbol or hashtag symbol. And then you're going to type in the rest. Now, the capital letters does not matter. It can be lowercase or uppercase. It doesn't matter. We don't go by upper or lowercase. So don't feel that you have to retype everything because it wasn't an uppercase. So then you're going to hit enter. And then after typing that in, and then there it is. Bonus. Okay, so right now this is grouped together. And what does that mean? Well, group means it just keeps the elements together visually, but doesn't affect cutting. So if we were to hit make it and then go through the cutting process, you will have three different mats, the blue mat, the purple mat, and the pink mat. And then you will cut them out. Now, if you want them all to cut out on the same mat and in the same position that they are in, then you're going to want to attach the images. So attach keeps elements together for cutting. So let's go ahead. Right now it's currently grouped because you will see that the three elements are under the main title of this image called butterfly. You also can hover over this little icon, and if it says ungroup, then that means they're grouped together. Coming here at the bottom, you will see attach. You also can hold down the Alt button and then hit A, and that also attaches it. It's a keyboard shortcut. So what you can do is just click on attach. You will then see that the butterflies all turned to the blue color. Now the color really doesn't matter unless you're trying to color coordinate with your cardstock or vinyl or whatever you're trying to cut out. And this is just indicating to you that they're all attached together. So again, that just means they are all attached together and it keeps elements together for cutting. So if I were to cut it, this will be all on one mat and cut into place. You will also see the right side of your screen that it does say attached. And that just means that also indicates that they are attached together. Okay, so that's attached and group. Just like group, you can ungroup it, or just like ungroup, attach is the same way. So you can detach it so they will cut out separately. So if I come back down over here, click detach, they go back into the group setting. So then you will see, hit the down arrow, that you have them all grouped together. And again, to verify, you can always hover over this icon and it does say ungroup. However, you will notice they are all the same color. Well, that's just because Cricut Design Space cannot remember or doesn't have the ability at this point of recording, have the of 2025, February of 2025, does not have the ability to remember what was on specific layers. So if you want a certain layer or a certain butterfly to be on a certain color, so it prints in that particular, or so it cuts on that particular color mat, you can come over here, click on it, and then come over to the color swatch and then select your color. Now let's talk about Weld. Weld combines overlapping shapes into one. So we don't have any images that are overlapping with one another. Does that mean you can't use Weld? You can use Weld. It just is not going to prove the function of, or it's not going to show you the function of the welding tool. So what you're going to have to do, and just for funsies, we are going to play around with two different shapes. So here on the left side, where it says shapes, you're going to click on it. You're going to select the circle, and you're going to select the square. Okay? I'm going to click on shapes to exit out of that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap my circle with my square. And then I'm going to select both my circle and square. Come down here in the lower right corner next to the attach. You're going to click where it says combine, and then you're going to select Weld. You will see now it's all one image, and then you will also see in the panel it says Weld result. So it becomes one item. Now again, I can click on that, come up here and hit Weld, and again, not really anything different. It works as the same thing as attach. However, it then becomes irreversible when you do Weld. So for example, if I did two other images and then I want this to not be welded, I would have to undo everything that I just did and then undo this. So it's a little bit, I don't like to use Weld as much as I like to use other tools. So stay tuned for that. So that's the primer. I'm going to go ahead and hit the undo button here in the upper left corner so I can undo that so it's not welded together on that pan. Okay, so it is undone, so it's no longer welded together. It's simply grouped together. Again, you don't have to keep coming up here to select ungroup. You simply can just look here. If it's attached, it will say attached. If it's welded, it will say weld. So you don't have to keep on coming up here to verify that it is in fact grouped together. Now, let's just say you want to know what the image number was for this circle. I obviously know that it came from here, but let's just say we pick something from the images options. Well, you can simply come over here by clicking on left clicking on our weld result, right click, come all the way down, select image info, and then it tells you all the images that were welded together. Pretty awesome. It's really useful when it comes to fonts as well. So for example, if I come over here and click on text and I type in my text, right? Okay, so text kind of works as attached because it's all attached together. You can detach it, but it's not really detaching when it comes. That's not the proper. It's not the proper term. Technically, it's ungrouping. So if I come over here, I can ungroup it, and it becomes individual letters. But it functions like an attached image, if that makes sense. But anyways, if I want to come over here where it says combine and select weld, nothing really happens other than you no longer have the option to edit the text. Now you can edit the text height and width by simply coming up here and unlocking it and then, moving it around. But you can't change, let's say you misspelled something, you can't change that unless you undo the weld. Now, let's say this needs to be welded together for whatever your reasons are, and you want to know what the font name is. So obviously, if you come up here, it's not going to give you that information. However, if you come back over here, click on the weld results, right click on it, then select image info, it does give you the font name. So despite if the item or the image is welded, grouped, or attached, you will always be able to find out what those images are, and also the image numbers and all that fun stuff. It's a really useful tool. I do this a lot when I attach an image and then I want to know what image I use on one of them, and then I just go ahead and right click on it and find out what that is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and undo this because I want to talk about one last thing before I let you guys go. There's so much more about Weld, and I'd like to make another video on Weld and why you would weld an image. So stay tuned. You will get a video on that. But I also want to bring your attention to this is something that's kind of new with Design Space as of February of 2025. It's been out for a while, so it's not new, but they just recently added 4 more features: unite, subtract, intersect, and exclude. If you'd like to know more about this, turn on that notification, subscribe to my video, give this video a like, and be ready because I will give you another video going over the main differences between unite, subtract, intersect, and exclude. I hope that you found this video helpful. Be sure to let me know in the comment section and let me know what command you want to learn more about Design Space. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.